Say good morning, guys. Y'all say good morning? Good morning. All right. So we're going to do this out here. All right. All right, guys. So we're going to do this out here. Good morning, first and foremost, to everybody who is going to watch this later on. After the live stream is over with, I apologize. This is some last minute stuff. I'm a little thrown off a little bit, guys. I apologize. But wanted to chop it up with you guys because, and forgive me, I'm not stunting as you guys like to say. That's not it at all. Just want to talk to you guys and chop it up. Good morning, Royal Vibes. I don't know what all right. Work with me, guys, a little bit. Work with me. All right. So first and foremost, I hope everybody can hear me. Is that good lighting? Is this better lighting? Reese Beachman in the building. Peace and blessings. Okay, Cortez Whitlow. Derek Martin, peace and blessings. Salute to you guys. Peace and blessings, family. Dasty Rowe, what's going on? Can everybody hear me? Is everything good? All right. Well, what we're going to do, guys, is real simple. If you got questions, hold on, let me go. And for those of you who are watching this later on, I apologize. We're doing live streams. So when I do live streams and you guys watch it later on, a lot of times you click off, you don't think it's informative. But this is going to be informative. But peace and blessings, man. Grace and peace and blessings to everybody here. So first and foremost, one of the things I want to talk about, man, it's about empowerment. The thing that we really have to get into is empowering each other. And I want to talk to you guys how to quit your job and make a full-time business, guys. That is the whole thing. Here's my thing, man. When you have a job that you go to, you're reliant on the practices of that business owner. Not only are you relying on that, the political aspect of it makes you subject to a person who may be considered the manager, okay, of that business, right? So if that person don't like you, you lose your job, you're fired, right? I don't believe that is how life works. When you're in your apartment, you run your apartment, you run your house. That's your kingdom, that's your throne, that's yours. You control what goes on in there. And it should be the same with your business. However, we get so accustomed to relying on other people to do good business and help us make a living that we tend to put more energy into someone else's business than our own. So, real simple. You guys gotta start focusing more on your business. Less time scrolling through Instagram and looking at other people's profile and everybody else's life, and spending more time on your craft. And that is easily done. You also need to make a plan. You want to make sure that you have at least three things that you identify making money. So what I'm saying to you is, don't solely rely on beat making or selling beats as your only source of income. That's the first thing that I want to tell you guys. When it comes to being successful in the music industry, if you want to wholly own that, or as a businessman, you want to have multiple sources of incomes, okay? The other thing, and that's a great point as well, because Derek Martin just said something for those who can't see this on the replay. You want your work not to be a job. You want to enjoy what you're doing, guys. The minute that you no longer enjoy making music or whatever it is you're doing, get out of it. It's not going to make money. People who are successful in this business are successful because of things that they enjoy. Okay? You have to enjoy it. If you are not enjoying what you're doing, do not do it. It's real simple, guys. Okay? And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So that's the first thing as well. But you got to have multiple sources of income. You want to create multiple sources of income. So don't just, and let's look at the music business as a whole, right? So as the music business, as a producer or as a musician or songwriter, you have your equipment, you have, so you have DAWs, you have your equipment, you have, which is software, you have hardware. These are multiple aspects and parameters of the music business, correct? So when there are multiple parameters like that, you guys have to be treated the same way. You could be selling software if you have access to software. You could be selling your services, mixing and mastering, and things of that nature. If you're a songwriter, you could be selling songs. But what I'm saying to you is do not just stick to one aspect of the music business and try and make it. How we became successful, we also produced, we also engineered, we also mixed, we also mastered. We did all these different things, guys, that allowed us to create, also mastered. We did all these different things, guys, that allowed us to create multiple sources of income. Again, the whole point will be being independent, becoming independent and self-reliant on your business, on your work, right? You cannot do it if you're working for someone else and you only have one source of income, okay? And that's the thing. Another aspect of, so my point being, take the music industry and stop looking at it as in a singular form. Stop looking at, oh, I'm just a beat maker. I just make tracks. That's not true. That's not what you do. You are a musician. You are a music industry professional. And when you use the word music industry, you are now empowered to branch out in every part of the music industry. Stop limiting to yourself to, I just like to make beats. That is not true. Within the beat industry, there is so much more that you do. So my thing to you guys is find other aspects of the music industry that you want to delve into. And that doesn't necessarily mean tracks. If maybe it's teaching. I keep telling you guys, YouTube. YouTube is the largest how-to platform. Let me stop saying this thing. Video monetization. Right now, it's how-to. That's why you guys are watching. How-to is what I put at the very beginning. YouTube is the largest how-to platform there is. It is the DIY of social media. Utilize that. You're telling me that you guys on here right now don't know how to make tracks, that there wasn't something you needed help with, that you know for a fact other people are going to need help with. It doesn't matter how many people are on the YouTube. There's billions of people on the planet, and they show you this, that they have billions of people that watch YouTube every day. Do you know how many musicians, songwriters there is right now? Utilize YouTube. Do tutorials. Let that be your thing. Do lessons, guys. The point that I'm making, though, is have multiple sources of income coming in. You have to have multiple sources of incomes. Recording studios, all right? Making music, mixing and mastering. I turned you on the cloud, boss. You guys can do mixing and mastering with that type of software and that type of stuff. But the thing is, you got to empower. I don't agree 100% at all if anybody should work. And sometimes you just got to go balls deep, man, and jump all in. If you find yourself being in the same situation over and over again that you just cannot get out of when it comes to really jumping in the music industry, then force yourself to be successful. Force yourself to have to do this. Force yourself to have to just focus on the music career or whatever it is you want to do. As Pedazzo just said, re-edits, remixes, things of that nature work. Okay? DJ parties, weddings, whatever is going to take you to become independent. The whole point, guys, is you being independent and relying solely on your efforts to make money. Okay? Being able to go and take vacations and hang out and all this type stuff. That can't happen if I was clocking into someone else's job. That can't happen if I was a radio DJ. You understand? I was watching Dame Dash the other day, and he was doing an interview with Sway. And he was telling Sway about the disadvantage of working for a radio station, because see, the illusion with the radio personalities is that these people are businessmen and women, and yes, some of them are, but they still have a boss to answer to. So when Sway said, well, no, I don't, basically, he was like, okay, so I can smoke weed in here? He was like, no. He was like, why not? Well, because Sway didn't own the studio he was in, right? So you have limitations to what you do, and that's the thing that I'm trying to say to you. The most empowering thing there is, guys, is to be able to get up, leave when you want, go where you want, do what you want, when you need it, and then make this vacation or make this trip a working vacation. I keep telling you, I work at the same time when I leave and go places. That is the most powerful thing you do, but you got to have multiple sources of income coming in. You have to have multiple sources of income. Something else you guys got to start doing is changing your circles. Start changing circles. I'm not saying change your friends, okay? Because if you have people that are down for you, they're always going to be down for you, hopefully. But change the circle of people that you're around. Start making yourself get more involved with people who are doing it. I know a lot of you guys look at me as a mentor, right? I'm on YouTube. We're virtual. I would love for you guys to come and fly out and hang out with me, but you got to have the money to do that, right? But change the circle of people and the people who are making it in this business to it changes. The best way to say it to you is exactly. DMR said, weed out the non-productive. Exactly. When you hang with a different circle and your circle is moving in a certain caliber, when it's moving in a certain way, it forces you to move in a certain way because now your focus is within your circle. When you have a circle of people who are influential in the music industry or garbage industry or TV and film, it forces you to be about that energy as well because you got people that's moving. Now you're able to bounce ideas off of these people and what they did to be successful, because everything isn't going to work for everyone because you're not going to put energy into the certain aspects of the business the same way someone else is. But what I'm saying to you is change the circle of friends and environment that you're around when it comes to your business. Start reaching out more and going to events and try to add tangible people within your circle that either is successful in one avenue that you may not be successful in, but you're successful in the other avenue, and you guys have this ongoing symbiotic relationship. This is a large part of success, guys, because contrary to what people believe, you need please forgive me because as I'm talking to you guys, I'm getting calls coming in because I just couldn't shut it off without doing this. But let's take some questions. And Are You Me says, I have a huge market of musicians on my Facebook. Facebook Toolkit works really well for adding a lot of people from music groups. Great. And that's what I mean. I've said that umpteen times. Social media has connected and empowered you guys in a way that's unlike anything other, and a lot of you guys are not capitalizing off that. So are you me? Definitely. I agree with that. You utilize social media to reach out to those areas and do it in a way where you're doing music marketing or you're connecting with certain people, that you're doing it on demographics. The closer they are, of course, the better it works for you. All right. Future Mix TV says, how can I submit my music to real labels? It's not hard. The thing is that what we want to do is we want to go and jump right in, all feet in, and just contact these people and be like, hey, I got great music, listen to me. That's not what it takes. The best way to do it, Future Mix TV, is build up your credentials. And it does not matter whether these credentials are of no-name people or people who aren't really made it. You just want to build up that catalog of credentials saying I've worked with this amount of people. Start contacting these people on social media platforms and just befriend them. Hey, look, I checked out your page. I enjoy what you're doing. Love it. We'd love to stay in contact with you and see how we can help one another one day. You know what I mean? If I can be of help anytime, check me out on my social media profile. But the way you go about it is how you can connect with these labels. People want to go and just spam these labels or just send them something directly to an email address. When people are selling you email addresses directly to a label, A&R and all this shit, what they're basically telling you to do is spam, okay? And when you do that, you're hurting yourself more than you're helping yourself. So build relationships, guys. Not only build relationships with record labels, build relationships with promotional companies, promo companies, PR, people who are in PR, blogs. Contact these people, befriend them first before you send them, because marketing is going to be a very large part of your success as a musician. No matter what you do, you need marketing, guys. Are You Me asked, and forgive me, got a helicopter's going by. I'm still having trouble reaching anyone. I may need to try harder. Again, build relationships. And any of you who follow me on Instagram, the Peacemakers or Music Millionaires, know that most of you contact me through Instagram. I reach back out to you. It's how you contact me. If you just drop a SoundCloud link and be like, hey, my dude, check me out, check out my SoundCloud link, like a lot of people do in the comment section, and that you're going to do in this comment section later on. A lot of people are going to do that. If you drop, hey, my dude, check out my SoundCloud link, or link me up if you're looking for hot beats or tracks, no one's doing that. Everyone's in the same situation. You know what I mean? Everyone's trying to do the same thing. That's too easy in marketing. No one likes that. Okay? But if we build a relationship like Spadazzo, Dem Beats Productions, I can say that with a lot of you guys in here, Dasty Road 2019, all of us have relationships, and we communicate on or off a platform because of how the approach happens. So master your approach and understand your approach needs to be something that's more natural versus spammy. You know what I mean? It's like It's like the Jehovah's Witnesses that walk down your road and you're not Jehovah's Witness, but they're knocking on your doors and they're trying to convert you, right? Most of the time, you wouldn't even answer the door, all right? So that's the thing that you need to understand. WJ Walker says, what's the quickest way to set up consultation with you? Email me, brother. Email me with, if you are a Music Millionaire member and you have not taken advantage of the consultation, then just email me and set that up. If you are not a Music Millionaires member, still email me, and I'll either myself or Rick will get with you and set up a consultation price and time and all those stuff, so we can really chop it up. Because I really like helping you guys, and like these type of interactions work great for some people because it gives you answers that you may need. But sitting down and me hearing what you're doing, where you are, how you're moving, so I can better advise you, always works. So WJ Walker, just hit me up in the email, musicmillionaires@gmail.com. Dean McBean says, that's why I always tune in to SG, want to save me from so much trouble and wasted time. 100%, brother. That is all about. Do you still teach your course on Music Millionaire? Yes, I do. I am building my course around you guys. So if you're a Music Millionaire member, I'm building a course based on your needs and necessities. You saying, here's where I'm having troubles at. This is what I need to pinpoint at. How do I do and get this? And anyone who has did a consultation with me knows that these consultations work that way. Like, you get the most value out of me when we talk. Trust me. And anyone who knows that can tell you that. Like, when I'm on the phone, I'm a beast, bro. I be, because it just flows once I hear your situation. It's coming out 1,000 miles a minute. But for the most part, YouTube videos like this allow me to generalize a thing for you. It allows me to generalize for everyone ideas, concepts, and things that I think will work for you. But it's not going to fit everyone's situation. So consultations are important. Again, if you're a Music Millionaire member, you get one free, absolutely. And I don't put a time frame on it. It's go until your questions are answered and you're done. Take notes, and we go from there. Derek Martin says, I'm creating a soundstage for videos and photography. Any suggestions? The environment is... Guys, please forgive. YouTube has been having issues. I thought it was us at first. It's not us. The YouTube app has been having issues. So when I'm coming in and out like this, it's a YouTube thing. Just bear with me. Don't get off. I'm gonna come right back, you know what I mean, and finish where I was at. But let me go back. Answer the question. But when it comes to that sound stage and video that you're talking about, okay, I had to go back and scroll down to the comments. Derek Martin, when it comes to that sound stage for videos and photography and anything like that, just get the latest equipment and make sure you just have a very well, one of the things behind what you're talking about, in particular videos and photography, is always privacy and security and trust with what your market, because people want to trust you with their videos and their photography and things of that nature. So make sure that you just build a reputable relationship and credentials, so that your future clients and other people will share that, hey, he's a good guy, you can trust him, etc. Chris Michael, I appreciate your video, but I appreciate you too, Chris. Them Beats says, contact them and offer them your services and see how you can be okay. Spadaza, you guys are just basically answering questions, which is good. Thank you so much. What's the most you ever made for music streaming? Again, you got to realize I'm a little bit older. Our market in music streaming has just came into fruition, but the most we made is $3,000. Dean McBean just went off topic questions. My dreadhead from Rootswood, I leave it as it is, or could I make it a tribute? Make it a tribute, brother. Make it a tribute. Do what's best for you. You know, if you're doing it for other people, then do what's best that you think they're going to accept. If you're doing it for you and it's something that you want to do, if you feel like that tribute is going to be a Nipsey Hussle tribute, then make it a Nipsey Hussle tribute. Don't ask for people. Don't do what feels good to you, what feels good to your heart. That's what I want to say to you when it comes to that. Where's we at? Where we at? Are there any other independent platforms that you recommend? Guys, you answered that, because there's tons of platforms that you guys can use, but most of the time the community has these answers, and I'll let them answer that, because I think, you know what I mean, with Instagram, you're going to get the best. However, always put so much into one platform and try others. TikTok is real good as well. You get a lot of people talking about TikTok. If you can get something broke on TikTok, like the Old Town song by Lil Nas X, that basically broke on TikToks, for lack of a better word. So just find different platforms that are emerging and becoming popular and utilize them and start learning. You know, try to tweak all those platforms, guys. Air Hustle, music, what's going on? Peace and blessings, brother. Agatha OG 1986 says, what's your thoughts on the Tech-9 situation? You don't have to answer, just curious because it is so tricky. And it is. And I found out about the Tech-9 situation. And because at this point the brother is passed away, I can't come up with conclusions. And I understand one simple thing. Without all the facts, you really shouldn't be talking on it. You know what I mean? If we've learned nothing else, we shouldn't be talking on it. You know what I mean? Even with the whole Nipsey Hussle thing, there's a lot more details and stuff involved when it comes to that as well. Urban Stone Music Group says, thanks for all the good info. Thank you so much for recognizing the good music, brother. Did something really happen to Tech-9? Tech-9, the battle rapper, is what I think he was talking about. And there was a case that was pending against him, and people are making accusations that he killed himself because of that. What I did was I canceled the fundraising because I found out that the other family members outside of his father was raising money, and they had to raise $30,000. So I canceled it, and GoFundMe will refund your money in so many days or something like that, or you can request a refund, because I'm not doing that. Okay. But I didn't want to make any assumptions either. But once they said they reached their goal, our money to me mattered. But once the funding, the whole point was to get the brother buried. And so, you know, for all those who donated, be looking for your money to come back, okay? Because I appreciate you guys for doing it. That was the thing for me. I love the fact that we had community as musicians, and we wanted to try to help, and I love you guys for that. Ziggy2X said, hey boss, I'm a rapper engineer from Atlanta. I've been having issues garnering a fan base in my area. My out-of-state fan base is growing by the teens weekly. Is my fear of showcase stopping me? I don't know, is it? Because I think you just answered that question while you said it. I think your fear of acknowledgement in your area and the criticism that may come with it, if any, is maybe your fear. But I'll say to you again, guy, you know what I mean? You need to focus on your local area. Get the support of your local area, man. You know what I mean? And Atlanta is one of those things, it's a large market, but what is always evidently clear, guys, people is always listening to music. Okay, you can have your favorite rapper, you can have your favorite artist. What happens is you can find another one, okay? So don't be scared, man. Don't be fearful of being successful in Atlanta, bro. Atlanta is the mecca of music right now, and you really need to utilize it, okay? Dasty Rope says, I'm working on my website now, but kind of stuck on which platform is best. I understand you have an in-house web service. I own a few domains already. I'm eager to consult with you at a later time. No problem, brother. Hit me up. That's I agree. You hit me about show, but we never did connect. I don't know who you're referring to, Ear Hustler. Are you me? See, great advice, man. This is one thing that you guys have to understand when it comes to a YouTube community. You're not just looking and getting answers from me. You're getting answers from your brothers and sisters in the business as well. Search for music venues is what Are You Me said in your area on Facebook. Add all of the members from that group. That may help you find more locals. Can't get any clearer than that. Ryan Barr says, I'm starting to work with local artists and invest in time and production and studio costs. Am I entitled to my production credit, and could I manage a split off the artist royalties since I'm investing? All right, so if I understand this now, okay, so you are a producer and you're also putting money, you're building artists out. Yes, you will be entitled to both depending on what part you play in this. As an investor, you're entitled to your money back as long as all that is clear, as long as that is agreed upon, okay? You may retain mechanicals, you can retain portions of the songwriting. You're going to automatically get production credits because you got to realize, again, songs are composed of two portions. 50% composition, 50% songwriting. So you're going to automatically get composition if you did the production on it. Now, as an investor, that's a whole nother means, because now you can negotiate. I'm paying for production, I'm paying for whatever else you're doing, and I want to get a portion of the mechanicals, or I want to take publishing on this as well. It's just really up to how you actually worked out that situation. There's many different examples I can give you, but you know, that will be basically an outline to what you can do. Peace and blessings, Skybound Sound. What's going on, man? Bless up. Always great music, just tuning in. Appreciate you, always great music. I'm a firm believer in when a person doesn't know, moving forward, saying they don't, rather acting like we do. That's 100%. WJ Walker says, is the email musicmillionaires@gmail.com? No, it is just one word, musicmillionaires@gmail. Okay, no dash. Music-millionaires is just a website. How to get support of local area? Easily, brother. Put yourself out there more. And understand this. Let's be realistic about that. Everyone's not gonna like your music. Everyone's not gonna like your music. But everyone can like you as a person. Meaning what you do and how you showcase yourself and what you do for the community as a whole, as a musician, and what your message is could determine how much your community supports you. However, don't go into this thinking, oh, well, I'm gonna put music out here and everyone's gonna like my music. No, that's not it. But if you have a message, if you have something that you stand behind with your music, that will generate more support from your community than just putting out music and thinking everyone's gonna gravitate towards you. The whole, if I build it, they will come situation. So, you know, have a message behind your community, stand for something in your community, and that will generate more support than anything. DJ Black Charm Music says, peace and blessings, family. Chris Michael says, looking to finance artists, about how much would you say it takes to successfully release and push 3 singles with visuals? To be honest with you, the question is, how do you finance, how much money would it take to finance to push your music? You need to always have money coming in. In a recent interview I did with Marilyn Menace, he said something that was very pivotal. He said, you gotta have your bag. You gotta have your bag. Honestly, in an honest opinion, a minimum of 6 figures is needed to really be successful. Okay, and that, when I say that, I mean that's inclusive to your production, everything that you're going to need. Now, if production and all these things are already in-house and it's not really a financial thing, then what you'll need that money for is marketing. Marketing is pivotal, and I'm going to say if you're spending less than $20,000 to $50,000 on marketing because you really need to market hard, really to build that brand awareness, it's going to be hard. Which is why I also tell people it takes oftentimes 3 years to break an album. 3 years of hard marketing sometimes to break a musician without a budget. So if you don't have a budget, it's going to take a minimum of 3 years if you are piecing together a marketing budget to constantly promote and get people accustomed just to seeing the names on ads and Facebook posts and things of that nature. Again, this is all speculative because it'd be based on many different factors: how much the artist is doing, what their current fan base is, how much marketing they've already provided, promo. It's just several different things. But a minimum, if I had to give you a figure, I'd say a minimum of $50,000, but you need up to six figures in order to really hit home very quickly. Okay, you really need to, if you really want it to happen right real fast. But again, this can be done over years. Okay, what else is that? Expose you scumbags. I like that. Peace and blessings. Hello, brother. How you doing? Can you explain 09? I don't know what 09 is. Please be more specific. The producer reality show, you called me. I returned. Oh, I don't know. Bro, I'm gonna say something to y'all. When I call you, you're not available. I have so much on my plate. I apologize. Hit me back up. Let's chop it up about the producer reality show. Cause we're still doing it, man. You know what I mean? It's going down. Some of you guys know that it's still going on. You know what I mean? So, Ryan Barr, you're more than welcome, brother. Peace and blessings, man. Ziggy2X says, with Atlanta being the mecca of music right now, there's a ton of janky promoters. Yes. Before I even read more to that, yes, and that's what you guys have to be aware of, man. Deal with established promoters. Deal with people who have a track record for doing good business, but also be realistic too. Successful promoters, unless you already have a name built up for yourself, they're not going to use you because they want to draw more people to their venue. So they're going to look at how many people know you in the Atlanta area and that you built up a fan base with in your community or wherever. what to be that determining factor whether or not they want to even let you try and break your music. So be realistic about that. So let me go to the rest of what you're saying. Starting off, what should I be looking for in the showcase performances this early in the game? Well, I think I just answered that, Ziggy. I hope I did. All right, so RUME says, Ziggy, add locals from music venue groups. Okay, you're getting answers. Exposed You Scumbag says, 2009, you had a hard conflict with, let's say, her. You were not arrested, but you did something. What was it? Huh? Email me, because I'm not understanding. The only issues I've ever had is with baby mamas, my son killing my best friend, you know what I'm saying? And so whatever it is, it's full disclosure when it comes to me and my life, brother, because being who I am when it comes to being this person that, you know, people entitle us to or call us, you know, your life is on full blast. Every time I do something, I'm on the fucking news. So email me and I'll go all in and let you know what it is. RUME says, Facebook toolkit, you can search artist names, send me. Okay, he's giving me stuff. 100 RUME, I have the direct message. Shrimp, by the way, she's leaking. Huh? Right. Okay. I'll figure out who he is first. Do you know if they have any music events in New York? It seems like they rarely have the producers gatherings here, and that's because New York is being slow right now in producing a lot of artists. So you're not really hearing about a lot of artists coming per se out of New York, hip hop artists right now. A lot of it's West Coast artists, and they've been broken out of West Coast. That's more than likely why. Adam the Great X, make no mistake, the great Adam X is in this thing. That's what I'm talking about. That's what's up. Appreciate you, Adam X. Or Adam the Great X, excuse me. Matchco Moist said, first time seeing you live. That's what's up, brother. Peace and blessings, man. I'm glad you're here. Ask questions, guys. If you have any questions, please ask questions. Other than that, I have to get off. I don't want to be wasting your time. I'm going to waste mine. Let's see. What else we have here? Can I ask a question? Yes, you can. Please feel free to ask a question. All right. My goal was to reach 50,000 by January 2020, but I had yet to run that figure by professional. Thanks for the feedback, my guy. I look forward to investing in a consultation in the near future. No problem, Chris. I'll be here. Trust me. I don't understand. Who just muted you, guy? If my team is on here, who just muted somebody? Take them off mute. All right. Ziggy2X said, dog, first time seeing you live and being able to catch you. That's what's up, brother. Uh-huh. And what else? What else did you say? And push my confidence up tenfold. Peace and blessings, man. I appreciate you. Right, these random comments. Somebody on my team just muted somebody. I think they muted that guy. Guys, give me a minute real quick. I'm taking the legs down on the tripod so I can be able to. All right. Questions, guys. Come on, ask these questions. Ask these questions while I'm here. Let's get it. How do you register yourself as a manager? You don't register yourself as a manager, brother. You educate yourself, you pose, you get everything you can as far as being informed. You inform yourself. You enable yourself to have the ability to actually manage somebody and increase your education and skill set so that you can tangibly do something that's worth value to somebody. You know, that's the whole thing. Registering as a manager is just being a part of maybe forums that have managers that's all hanging out that people look at. You know, so many different ways. The power of the internet, brother. You don't have to go about doing things the way you typically was doing them. Okay, so you don't have to do it that way anymore. Indie Clear Publishing LLC UTA says, what about websites? Be more specific, brother. Websites, I always tell you, empower yourself. Always have your website and allow your website to be the go-to factor, the middleman between you and your clients. Always remember, direct to the customer. Always remember that. I don't give a damn how much money or how much energy you put into, let's say, Instagram or Facebook ads or whatever. Always send your clients to your website. Always give your clients direct access to you. Always, guys. Always. All right, peace and blessings. Okay, type in DITC someday have producer spotlight. Where you at, SG? I'm right here. Bampoor is a good tool for starting a company. Great. Thank you so much for that. You mean you can use that to set up in the plan. What are the new laws for sampling? Are you familiar on what records you can reproduce now with all potential legalities? The laws for sampling has always been real simple. Get a licensing agreement. Anytime you use a sample, I don't care how much you use, the laws are always going to be the same when it comes to that. They're going to protect people's intellectual properties. The only difference is when it came to social media and platforms like Facebook or Instagram, there was no way to really catch that when people was using other people's music or there was a sample used on those social media platforms. But now with new technology and the algorithm, they are now catching those samples. So what you want to do, guys, is make sure you go and get the, you know what I mean, right clearance for samples. The law will always be about protective intellectual property protection, and it works for you guys, and that's the key. It's really set and designed for you. Okay, what if most of my listeners are overseas? How do I get into overseas libraries? Contact overseas libraries. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. Just contact them. It's not rocket science, guys. But again, there's still a universal formula that comes into play. You want to have a catalog when you contact these libraries. Look them up. Find out who's controlling certain aspects. Look at performing right organizations and see who these the companies are that are handling the music and a lot. You know what I mean, for these TVs or syncs or whatever it is that you're doing. Contact them. I know I've actually Magto. I want to say this. I want to make sure I'm saying it right. Magto. I've been on here and I've done this plenty of times. I've been on here and a lot of you guys know I've been on here and been like 2-3 hours on a live, like literally. You know, so you might be new, and if you are, yeah, you missed me. How do you sign yourself as an artist? Easily. You know what I mean? If you got your business set up, you just sign yourself as an artist. You know what I mean? It's sort of hard to negotiate against like yourself, but if you want to get technical, if you had other business partners, that you would do an official agreement with yourself like you would any other artist. And forgive me, I don't know what's going on over here. Right next to the beach, so that's a great question. I'm gonna get to that one too. Saint Nick Super Throw say, which is more marketable, talent or charisma? Both. However, charisma plays a large part now in today's society, and I've said this in ample videos I've done in the past. You don't have to have talent. You be talentless now if you do and market it the right way, and your charisma or whatever you present works for that particular situation. It's gonna make you. You know, hands down. Talent's not even. Come on, guys. Ganga style. Come on, you know how many rappers out here and countless videos I can mention that guys are talent, but they're the way they do it just makes it becomes interesting to people. So I wouldn't even say charisma. It would just be, I would just say if you find a niche, you know what I mean, that people can gravitate toward, it'll work for you. How do you calculate a platform's monetization? Is there a formula to it? No, you just have to find out what that particular platform is paying for streams, and it's readily available to you. I did video. I think my last live video, I showed you guys about how YouTube was paying 1 cent per stream, which is unusual for them and unheard of, versus their 0.027 cent or something like that, 297 or something like that. But that was based on the YouTube Premium platform. Maiko. Okay, good. Thank you, Maiko. He said it feels like I'm at the beach. That's exactly where I'm at. I'm on the beach, guys. I'm literally on the beach. I need to get up higher because it's a little cooler down here. So he says, if I wanted to start my own record label, LLC, and set up my own publishing, how would I go about that? Set up your own corporation, make it a... You gotta realize when it comes to publishing at PROs, okay, they go by what you present to them, all right? So when they ask who's the publishing company, hold on, I'm gonna ask a question while y'all look at my gray hairs. Hold on. Hold on, I'm gonna answer the question. Give me a minute. So they're going to go by whatever company name that you put in. So if you position your production company to act as a publishing company, it can double as a publishing company. It's not a hard thing at all. Okay. And he said, man, please, I got gray hairs too. So it's not really about setting it up because there's a certain formula that you have to follow. It's about setting it up in a way that your publishing company knows that it is, or excuse me, the PRO knows that this particular company is acting as a publishing company, and the money is going to be issued under that production company name. If that makes sense to you. Okay. Let me see what else. Monetize or tune blockchain website. Okay, I'm trying to see if I got to all the questions, guys. I love that. Perry the piano says, man, I got gray hairs too. I know that's right, brother. What all different royalties are out there? Oh man, mechanical royalties, publishing royalties, songwriting and composition royalties, sync licensing is considered royalties. Different royalties, guys, 100%. So there's tons of royalties out there. You got to figure it out. But for the most part, sync, mechanical, oh God, it's a bunch. Not too many, but a bunch. All right, a little bit warm up here. Actually, it is warm. Got the sun. Personally, I'm getting them with my little gray beard, bro. I got gray hairs all here, man. I was like, oh, gray. What's mine? Thank you, bro. All right, appreciate it. Snabish. What's one platform you haven't mentioned to anyone yet for marketing? Oh man, if it's one that I haven't mentioned, it's one because I don't know about it. But there is no wrong platform when it comes to marketing. You don't want startup companies who are trying to get their footing in the industry and they're using you as a case study. Oftentimes, like, you know, what I found that works a lot and is cheaper for marketing is individual marketers who are taking these courses and they're learning how to market, and they are more apt to work with you on pricing as they hone in their skill, because they're trying to use you as a case study, of course, to get more business. So when it comes to platforms, I wouldn't necessarily say platforms. I would start working with individuals because you'll get a better price. And again, as they get, find these marketing gurus and these companies who are big time, when it comes to what they do, and they're charging tens of thousands of dollars. Now they're teaching and educating these smaller marketers. That's your advantage. Your advantage now is to take advantage of those people who are taking these courses and they know that, okay, I can't readily charge you what my mentor is getting, but I can charge you a lot less, and he's going to do the same thing that his mentor is teaching him to do. Does that make sense? So start looking at individual marketers per se. Is there a way to change settings to go live on YouTube? I'm using the YouTube app, and it was better, but I most of the time use I was using Streamlabs, but because the YouTube app just integrates within itself, it's created by YouTube, I just use that. But I don't know other, I mean, they don't really give you a lot of settings to change. Okay, y'all forgive me too, and be eating some turkey bacon around. Thank you. Performance royalties. St. Nick Super Throw, laugh my ass off. No, in declaring, collecting royalties isn't the problem. It's having something to collect. And what I mean by that is, if your music isn't being marketed and you're not generating streams, or if it hasn't been sold to an artist who's going to generate a large bulk of income, then yes, it's going to be hard to collect because you're not generating enough for you to get the money. You know what I'm saying? But if you are generating enough, it's easy. Because now, again, like what the distribution we have, you can collect your money directly, okay? From the distributor. Or you can go directly to Spotify. But if you're not generating any money, you're not gonna, if you're not generating enough streams, you're not gonna be able to collect anything. It's just that simple. He said, "Oh, Anthony Ballbear, you stupid, okay? All hail the great SG1 schooling all of us on what we got to do. Much appreciated, my good sir." No, brother, it's not even schooling. And I'll be honest with you, it's just sharing. I love sharing. And again, I don't have all the answers. I only have the answers based on what me and my brother experienced and what I've learned and come to understand. And this is my passion. I love being able to help. That's the real key, guy. You know, I love to be able to help, man. Hi, SG, do you think we can do this full-time as TuneCore member in a long term if we keep producing tracks? Yes, but listen, you have to generate revenue. You got to generate the revenue and work with these artists, guys. You got to get with artists who are, marketing and promoting as well. It's not just about selling your music, guys. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not just about selling your music to somebody. It's about getting with someone with like mentality, like thinking. We think alike. He's marketing, he's promoting you, and you looking at him. You have the right to be selective about who you work with. You can look at the short-term aspect of it. Artists who just want to buy your music, and because you made that track, and so you're looking at that little one-time fee you collect, but he's not going to go out here and market, or she's not going to go out here and market it, and now you're stuck here with just making that 25, 50, 100, 150, 200, whatever you sold it to him for, right? Because you were thinking short-term instead of looking at his business venture. Because see, when you're dealing with certain companies, like with me, if we're going to do business, I'm checking your track record, okay? I don't have no more time to be spending money and time in the artist, and I had to build them up. No, you got to put the work in now. So you want to deal with artists that's doing the same way. If an artist come to you and you don't expect nothing from him, okay, that's fine. If you just want the upfront money, that's what you need, that's fine. But when you're talking about performing rights royalties, and you're talking about mechanical royalties, and you're talking about performance royalties and stuff like that, if your artist isn't doing their job, or they don't have a team of people to help them do their job, or they're not established that way, you can't expect to receive something that's not going to happen because they're not doing it. It's just that simple. How does an artist promote their music without seeming spammy? Don't spam. Build relationships. I've said this to people plenty of times. When you build a relationship with people, people get a chance to know you. It's not about, let me say this to you, DeMar, it's not about promoting the music. It's about promoting you. Your music is a reflection of you. That's what people don't get. That's what people don't get. They realize the more, like Cardi B is a prime example. Why she's doing so well? Because before she became a rapper per se, she was on Love and Hip Hop and Get Down From There. And people got a chance to know her. Here you got this stripper who has this foul mouth that's just brutally honest and all these different things. And people in the society we live in They fell in love with that portion of Cardi B. So stop trying to promote the music and promote yourself. Anytime you guys ready, I'm always here for promotions. Omanji, peace and blessings, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Damar, that's something I've taught people many times before. Copyright is established from the point in time that it's created in the vessel that you created in. In other words, from the time it's created on that vessel, on that avenue, however you publish and promote it, it already exists. For the purpose of court issues, I always recommend copyrighting your music with the government, but sending in a catalog of music. That way you're not wasting your money, and that one-time $30 fee is being utilized for an entire catalog versus one song. I would always suggest copyrighting your music, but always remember that copyrights are inherent. Oh my God, how important are music videos to streaming? Music videos play a large portion of your marketing. It plays such a large portion of your marketing because people are visual. We love visualization. So having something to visualize to go along with your music. Stop now. Get down now. Do not do that no more. Sit down. Come sit down. He's putting his body in between the bars of the thing. Den Beat Production said something great. Don't forget Sound Exchange. Definitely 100% when it comes to digital. And guys, I'm gonna have to get off here with you because I'm officially a fat boy and I gotta eat my food. All right. My wife put together for me. All right. All right. Fan base plays a large part, but stop calling them people your fans. They're not your fans. We're family. I don't look at you guys as my fans. We're family. That's what fans do. This relationship that we have and why I'm growing is because this is a family-oriented situation. I have invested time in you as my family. Stop calling these people your fans. They're not your fans because fans are fanatics. You don't want a fanatic. A fanatic could do anything. That's the people that be knocking at your door 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to be around you. They want to be, you know, and I get it. The words that we use are very pivotal to our comprehension of life. But when you use certain words, it is real important to understand what it does to others. So look at these people as family, not your fans. Okay, guys? I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Look at them as your fans. I mean family. Now, Indie Clear Publishing says something. I'm going back to my questions. What about DJ record pools as far as paying into it? I agree with that. But for the purpose of understanding, utilizing DJ record pools to be able to know what songs you should break. If you have a label or production company, or you're going to be releasing artists, use them to get insight to what songs they gravitate toward. Okay. That's right. Ali Fresh, word, sound, vibration, everything is moving. That's correct. Energy and motion. Energy. So Adam the Great asks a great and a realistic question everyone wants to know. It's getting harder to the point where it seems it's getting a bit harder now. My question is, how do you get the right support from the right people who will support my type of music work? It's a great question, and hopefully you grasp the answer to it. It's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. You have to go hard. This is just why it's marketing. For the millions of people that Coca-Cola reach and that views their commercials, everyone don't agree with them. So it's a numbers game for them. Everyone is not going to drink Coca-Cola. Everyone's not going to agree with your music. Everyone's not going to like your music. But if you get in contact with enough people and you make your music available to enough people, you eventually have enough true family members that will connect and resonate with your music and want to support you and your project. And that's the key. Numbers. All right. Well, family, look here, man. I'm going to finish eating, man. I really love you guys. 100. Keep telling you that. I love you guys 100%. I'm going to finish eating this beautiful breakfast that my wife created with my family. And if I have time, I'll be going. Really? Thank you. Really? You're just going to do that to the people? Really? Really? Say hey. Say hi. Okay. All right. He had to get us some attention. But I'm gonna try to come back on here later on, guys, just periodically throughout the day, and you know, answer any questions. If something comes across my head, I do better on YouTube because you guys ain't following me on Instagram. Go to Instagram and follow me, where I can actually do live videos with you guys. Yes, Swerry92 says, yes, you should deal always with owning your beats outright. You always want to own your beats, and then do deals, okay? Working out where you're sharing profit when it comes to that. That's a great question too. Why there's so many videos on digital distribution, royalties, TuneCore, DistroKid, etc., but no one is showing that it works, and many say they never get paid. And that's the difference. You're not getting paid on a lot of stuff because they have minimums. Our distribution platform, I don't care if you make 7 cents, and you can ask anybody who works with us on here. If you get 7 cents, I'm sending you 7 cents. If you get 2 cents, I'm gonna send it to you. I mean, unless you say otherwise, hey, just hold on to it until later on. I'm gonna pay you, bro. But yeah, that's a good thing. And a lot of people don't want to show you their money and what they're making because it's the illusion. They prefer to push the illusion versus the real. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to show you that I'm not making as much money as I claim I am. All right. All right, guys. Love you guys. Last question. I'll take this. Are you me? If someone else sell your music without you knowing, can you take legal action? Yes, you can. And you can also capitalize off of that as well. But that's where digital distribution, having the right content ID system works for you, because you can automatically monetize that situation if you have it done the right way. All right. Anyway, guys. Peace and blessings. Love you guys. Thank you for this. I look forward to talking to you guys later. Make sure you tune in anytime I go live, and we'll have these sessions. And maybe you encounter something different by the time I go live, and a new question that you came about. So make sure you click the bell notification, guys, to be notified anytime I go live. And make sure you subscribe. Peace and blessings, man.